I'm Chris Falco. I am the MD and GM for Latin at Virgin Music Group, an independent division of Universal Music Group. We talk about so many things, but basically the whole idea is talking about globalization that I was inspired by Will Page's study. So when you're seeing an interesting movement in the music biz and different regions consuming more local content than ever. Historically, for example, from the region I come from, Brazil, historically, we always consume more our local content. But basically, in general, in the world, the Anglo content was more strong. And now we are seeing a different movement. So different regions like Europe, UK, they're consuming more local content than Anglo content. So basically, this is the basic points for our discussion. Losing is a strong word. I mean, I would say that it's just moving and things are changing. The new generation consumes the content a different way from the past. I mean, when I was like in my teenagers, I was traveling, I would love to go to the vinyl stores and buy the content, and always the first placements were like Anglo content. Now you have tons of opportunities to consume different content from different regions, from social platforms, DSPs, whatever. So it's not they are losing, it's just that there are a bunch of content. Imagine that now we have more than 100,000 songs being released globally per day, so it's too much. So we have a bunch of things to consume. We are seeing in a different, talking about the industry, on the industry side, we are seeing a different movement. We talked about that on the panel, that the global like majors giving autonomy for local leaders to decide how to invest and how to promote. So we see on the music side that there is a different movement from the past, and also with the whole bunch of social platforms now and the new generation having tons of opportunities to know and some songs that turns into a trend that comes from Japan, from South Korea. So it's a mix of both things, a different movement from the industry and also the new generation consuming songs in a different way. We are like an island covered by Spanish speaking. Yeah, very big island. We say that we are galaxies far from every place. I mean, considering that in Brazil, for you to get success inside the country is a big thing. So basically, most of the Brazilian arts are more focused in being popular locally, not globally. So, I mean, this is a point also. Yeah, if you think about the Brazilian funk, for example, it can go viral everywhere because of the beats and the sonority, you know? So it's not about the language. People, and also, it's better not pay attention to the language and the lyrics in some sort of songs. But anyway, it's the beat that moves people. So yeah, and I mean, Japan, for example, is a country that consumes a lot of Brazilian songs, also from the bossa nova times, and they don't care about the language. It's more about the sonority. I kind of disagree with the reggaeton thing being global because the diaspora is a big thing. So of course we have the Latin community in different regions like consuming this type of content. I also risk to say that the Brazilian sonority, and not being so humble on that, is the best one ever. So our flavor is something that nobody can do. So of course we can be like global sooner than later with a different genre or whatever, but we also, again, back to our local environment, we produce songs for ourselves. I mean, we have genres like sertanejo, our Brazilian country genre, that is super focused for our region, our culture. So, but I do believe that we can export and exploit our content abroad in a different way. I mean, collabing and open the doors for also to be, we have to make an effort, as my friend Brilliant said. And when we make an effort and think about Brazilian as Portuguese-speaking countries, not singing in Spanish and English and singing in our own language, it's possible. So we were afraid for years, like to be judged because we sang in Portuguese. So we saw in the bossa nova times tons of artists that changed their names for an English name and also changed the language of the lyrics to English to like exploit. But at the same time, you saw like amazing genius like Gilberto Gil and Tom Jobim and Vinicius de Moraes singing in Portuguese and exploding.